It's the daily go get up mism show. Think it ain't when it is. You think it won't win whiz. We are here and we are emotion. Y'all know how we do fast lane, less lane, no coasting. Yeah. Daily go get a business show, baby. All day, every day. We do it our way. You know how we do. You know how we play. Hey. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today, man? Listen, I'm feeling like a real man should. Here it is, Pretty Petty Tuesday all up in the house. Pretty Petty Tuesday all up in the house. And today, on the Daily Go Get a Business Show, we're talking about money can buy you love. If you're black, money can buy you love if you're black now. Yeah, I know that we normally say that money can't buy you love or money can't buy happiness. But do we really believe that? Do we practice that? Is it like that? Well, we're going to see. We're going to see about it right now, baby. We're going to see about it right now. It's the daily go get up mism show. My brother Ansel Jones is all up in the house. How you feeling, my brother? I'm thanking you for coming through. I appreciate you and know you appreciate me too. That's my word. We get it popping. Yo, you heard, and you know that everything we say is not absurd. My bad, y'all. What's good, man? Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come up in here. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about money can buy you love. If you're black and money buy your love. I know we say that it can't do it, but we push and shove to get the little money popping every day. And ain't nothing wrong with having a couple of monies, I say. But when you start depending on the mindset, it's going to depend on how much money you get. Well, it can be a problem. We got a little something that we gonna solve now. It's the Daily Go Get a Business Show, baby. Money can buy you love. Money can buy you love if you black. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Do you understand? Scream and shout. What's going on? Emily, a done lap is in the house. Bow, about to turn that out. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. The Daily Go Get a Mism Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. Since the Daily Go Get a Business Show, Pretty Petty Tuesday, the day after the holiday, Memorial Day was yesterday. Today is Pretty Petty Tuesday, and it's the 26th of May. Hey, today on the Daily Go Get a Business Show, we are talking about money can buy you love. Money can buy you love if you're black. Money can buy you love if you're black. Now, I know we normally say that money can't buy you love. Money can't buy happiness. We say it. And we normally say it when our money is a little bit straighter than if we would say it when we broke as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not saying that money can buy you love because I don't think it can. I don't think that it can buy you true love, but that's just me. And maybe my definition of what love is different than other people's definition. So we have to lend a little respect to other people's definition of what love is. For example, maybe I don't care. Or I'm not all of that concerned with whether my woman has like all of these financial ambitions. Maybe I don't care if she wants to go really far in her career or whatever. Actually, I do find that attractive, but maybe that's not my biggest selling point. Maybe that's not the thing that I concentrate on the most. Maybe I don't care if they don't have if they don't make a lot of money, but that doesn't mean that a lot of men don't want a woman who is going to be their financial match. And a lot of times we say that we want somebody who is on our same mental plane. And a lot of times the mental plane that we're talking about is actually a financial plane. It's actually a financial plane. So let's get into that tonight. Let me see. Emily says, my screen don't look right. And Ansel says, money can buy love. Just just can get a receipt, or do you mean just can't get a receipt? I don't know. I know for a fact that most people would rather be in a situation where the money is flowing. It just seems to make things a lot easier when you don't have to worry about paying your bills. And I don't see anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being able to make bills, and there's nothing wrong with being able to pay the bills that you make and have money left over. But when you start depending on that situation in order to determine whether you're going to have a good quality of life or not, well, that's when I think it gets a little strange. It gets a little dicey. It gets a little complicated. What's going on, T. Carrie? Right, T. Carrie. What's going on, Carrie? How you feeling, ma? It's good to see me, some you. I'm always real happy when you come through. So yeah. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Money can buy you love if you're black. Now, y'all might ask, well, why did you single out black people in this situation? I singled out black people in this situation because we seem to be the one class, especially in this in this country, that is affected the most by money. And part of that reason is because we used to be money. We used to be a commodity. We used to be property. So we were a bargaining chip, a straight bargaining chip at one time in our history. And I'm not so sure that it's not like that today. If you look at some of the other evidence that may support that notion. So that's why I named the show Money Can Buy You Love if you're black. There seems to be a whole lot of confusion. There seems to be a whole lot of static when it comes to our status, our financial status, as opposed to any and all of the other races. From my observation, it seems like black people with money mean more than white people with money. I think we expect that white people will have money anyway in some type of way. Like if you see a black person and a white person doing the same job, a lot of times people are going to assume that the white person is over the black person, and they're going to assume that the white person makes more money than the black person. And I'm not going to lie, from what I've seen on jobs, corporate America and things like that, a lot of times that's true. A lot of times it's true. We often get the short end of the stick. Baby. And that's something that we need to take into consideration. So when you start talking about black people and you start talking about their financial situation, a lot of people really look at black people like, well, let me see what he's worth. Well, let me see what he's working with. Let me see how much money he or she has. And unfortunately, a lot of times that determines whether somebody is going to respect us or not, or if they are going to hold us in high regard. So a lot of times, because of our conditioning, and that conditioning in particular, we will actually feed into that and base our worth in society on how much money we have. So in that way, it does kind of make us happy. We think that many of us, and I'm not saying this for everybody, but many of us think that the way that we will get respect in society, the way that we will be seen as equals, the way that we will finally be treated with respect and justice will have a lot to do with our financial condition. I guess we've given up on our strength in terms of our numbers, because we've been conditioned to believe that our numbers are low in the population. Like we see black people everywhere where we live. We see them everywhere. If we live out in the burbs, we may not see a lot of us, but we also don't see a lot of people out there in the burbs. That's the funny thing about it. In areas that aren't heavily populated, we don't see a lot of us, but they aren't heavily populated in the first place. But in areas that are heavily populated, we see a bunch of black people, but we have been taught that there aren't a lot of us. I don't know. It seems a little strange to me. What's going on? Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita, is all up in the house. I'm glad to see ya. And Annette Davis, the number one. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on? It's good to see me some you. We are talking about money can buy you love if you're black. Now, I was explaining why I chose that as the title. Like, why isn't it like money can buy you love if you're just a human being? Well, it's different for us. Our story is different. Most people in this world don't have the slave narrative. They don't have the slave. They don't have the slave history to talk about. They don't have rising up from that condition and struggling to ward off the mental condition that comes along with that conditioning over 100 years ago. They don't have that to speak from. We do. So because we know that it still lives within us, many of us don't accept that it still lives within us, but it does. And as we start to understand that, we see the difference. We see the difference in the way that we handle our finances and what having money means to us. So it's not surprise. It shouldn't be surprising that a lot of black people think that money can buy them love. Money can buy them happiness. Why not? We hear people say it all the time, even when they're joking. Well, shoot, even if I can't buy love, or if I can't find love, if I have enough money, I bet you love will start coming all over the place. It opens up opportunities. Money does open up opportunities. We see it. We see people who aren't that good looking, but as soon as they start getting that cash, what happens? As soon as they start getting that cash, what happens? They start looking better than everybody. And I'm not even just talking about they start looking mentally better than everybody. Some of them start looking physically better than I'm not saying, let me bring it back a little bit. I'm not saying, what I'm saying is they not only start looking better physically or mentally to everybody, they start looking better physically to everybody. You have to admit, when you first saw Eddie Murphy, was Eddie Murphy a good-looking guy to you? He might have been all right when he was on Saturday Night Live. Was he like, yo, he's a handsome guy? Probably not. When he started making a little money, you know, Ed had some kind of thing going on with his hair. He ain't have no Jerry curl or nothing like that, but he had something greasy up in there, and he started looking better. Chris Rock. Don't tell me that Chris Rock was handsome in any way to you when you first saw him in like New Jack City and all that. And you can say, well, but when he was on New Jack City, it's because he was playing a crackhead, and of course he wasn't good looking, but he was on Saturday Night Live after New Jack City. Was he good looking on New Jack City? I mean, on Saturday Night Live? Yeah, play stupid if you want. Started looking a lot better. The richer he got, it was like, well, he must have done something to himself. Was it plastic surgery? I don't think so. Not with Chris Rock. I don't think so. But he started to look better. Maybe he just started taking better care of himself, right? Well, he started taking better care of himself. Why? He had better handlers. He could afford more. And maybe he did start taking a better interest in his appearance. Maybe when you're broke, you don't care as much about how you look as when you have money. I don't know, because that almost sounds ridiculous to me. You would think that some people, when they're broke, care about nothing but their appearance because that's all they have. Y'all know that in the hood, a lot of the poorest people are the best dressers, trying to look like we got a couple of dollars. trying to look like we got some money. And you'll hear it. You'll hear us say, you know, I don't want to be with no broke ass this. I don't want to be no broke ass that. I don't want a woman that I don't want a woman that's going to take all my money, because that's real and it's not funny. I work hard, I go to school, I make sure that I do what the hell I gotta do, and I need me a shorty that's real beautiful, but I can't have her taking all my dough too. And you know, sometimes they don't mind tricking, yo. So money buying us happiness. You know, you want to turn up in the club. You can't turn up in the club without no money. Can't drink in the club. You ain't got no money. You ain't making it rain. You ain't got no money. Want to be in VIP? You ain't got no money. Better know the bouncer, because it's not funny when you go to the, what's that, velvet rope and try to get VIP. Get the hell out of here. You need soap. You stink, you little bum ass. Who the hell let this bum ass in the club anyway? So that's how it's going down tonight, y'all. Rasheen Griffin. What's going on, Rasheen Griffin? Thanks for coming through on the daily go get word up. So, are y'all following what I'm talking about? T. Carey Wright says, Black people often qualify their success or the success of other Black people by their bank account balances. They do, but we've been conditioned to do that. And we've been conditioned to do that by this capitalistic society in the United States. And it's not just Black people who do it. White people do it too, but they do it to us more than they do it to themselves. A lot of times, until white people get extremely rich, we don't know how much money they make. You notice that shit? We don't be knowing. They don't plaster their salaries. You know, they don't advertise their salaries, even though they may be making money that's public, but they don't make it a big deal until they're making so much money that it outshadows everybody else. But with Black people, we be in their pockets with the quickness. Don't say it ain't a lie. Soon as one of us becomes famous, and many of us become famous and rise right to the top, and we go right and look at they net worth. Like, let me see what they working with. Kevin Hart, let me see what they working with. Even Meek Mill. Like, what? How this cat? You know, he's still like, is he still an underground cat? And if you notice, you know, remember Meek Mill, the battle rapper, and the underground rapper with the mixtapes, you know, with the braids in his hair, and you know what I'm saying? Regular looking dude, right? Start getting a couple of dollars. What happened to them braids? Started looking better, didn't he? You see him today, you wouldn't think Meek Mill just escaped doing a bid last year, early in 2019. You wouldn't have, or was it late in 2018? Whatever the case may be, you wouldn't have thought that he was the one who was about to do a bunch of years for what he says popping a wheelie, violating his probation. You wouldn't have thought that. Cleaned it up a lot. That's that money. That's that money, though. That's that money. She says, why she said my whole government. No, you have a middle name and I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just introduce you as the way. Yeah, I mean, it says it right here. Ansel Jones says, wealth and hood rich is the same thing to some people. I don't know how. You know what? If you think that hood rich is wealthy, that's because you've never seen wealth. That's the only way that can happen. Because when you've seen real money, you know how you be thinking that you doing all right. You know what I mean? You be thinking that you're doing all right. You know how I always know that I ain't making shit? take a little, get in the car. If you got a car, you drive on over to, I don't even have to leave Philadelphia. Like, I could go drive down in the Villanova area and see all them big ass cribs, and you'd be like, God damn, how the fuck y'all afford this shit? But Philadelphia is the type of city where you don't have to do that. All I got to do is drive to Allen's Lane. Look. Go up Germantown Avenue, going up towards like if you're going out Plymouth, White Marsh, and all that shit. But make a left. Go up to Mount Airy. Tell you what, this is what you do. Go up to Germantown Avenue and Allen's Lane, and instead of going straight or going right to East Mount Airy, make a left and just drive down Allen's Lane and look at them cribs. That's just Allen's Lane. If you really want to get into it, go to McCallum Street and then make a right. Go to Allen's Lane and McCallum Street and then just lose yourself and look at them cribs back there. You be like, what the fuck? And it's like they live in the forest. Big, pretty homes, and they're not newly built homes. This is all old money. All old money. And you like, it's funny because, you thinking like your little 6-figure salary, what I mean? You think you doing something like, yeah, what I mean? I'm getting it. And you go out there, look at them cribs. You like, that is not $100,000 salary crib or a $200,000 salary crib or yo. West Mount Airy ain't no fucking joke. Chestnut Hill ain't no joke. We be thinking like, but I'm saying, I live over here. No. You go out there where the old money is. The old money where they ain't even advertising. You know what I'm saying? They ain't advertising that shit. But you just go out there and you look. So you think you getting money and you get to thinking to yourself like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford this shit. It will humble you that way. Like, they got castles out this bitch. Castles. I'm not talking about no, you know what I mean? So we get to thinking that, all right, so I won't have that much money, but I got enough to get what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't really know what you want until you see more options of what you could possibly get. Understand, dig? Did you feel me? Did you know what I'm talking about? Talk about. Rasheen, you must be from Philly. She says beautiful homes over that way. Extremely beautiful. With the oval driveways and shit. So you got like a 4-car driveway and a garage and like all of this land. And your shit is gated. Like the cops can't even just run up in your crib. You gotta come out to the joint or push a button so they can open. So the cops can't even come ask you a question unless you want them to. Yeah, like that, y'all. Like that, y'all. And like a that is like that, y'all. So like I'm saying, you take your little 6-figure salary. Let's say like you a nurse or some shit like that. You might even just be. May just do a lot of overtime. Let's say you a computer tech. You work in IT. You know what I mean? IT techs be making good money. 150 grand, sometimes 200. You go out there, you be like, oh damn, yo, I have to put this crib on layaway. You ain't even thinking 30-year mortgage style, like yo. Okay. All right, but all that aside, that's not to say that you're not happy, but a lot of times we do look at the money that we can get as our gateway to happiness because we don't, a lot of times because of our conditioning, we haven't seen any other ways that we could be happy. It gets blocked for us a lot of times. And I'm not saying this I'm not saying this just to be bitching. I'm talking about our conditioning. I'm talking about what we've been taught to believe. You know, even when we hear about celebrities and whatever suffer from depression and everything like that, we hear about them suffering from depression. We be like, but all this money, what you sad for? We really subliminally think that we could buy our way out of our sadness. We don't know. We don't know what they had to experience in order to get the money that they got, but we do know that it doesn't seem to be making them happy. Because we have this thing where we're thinking about, well, you know, this is what I would do if this is what I would do if this is what I would do if this is what I would do. This is what I would do. This is what I would do. This is what I would do if I had a whole bunch of money like you. A wheelbarrow of cash, something for that ass. I'm going to make sure I get out of this depression fast. I need a counselor. I need a therapist. I need something I can always pay for this. I'm going to make sure that I be happy and I'm going to do this shit fast. Mammy, pappy, I ain't no way that I'm going to be sad if I got that money and it's mad, son. What's going on, Samaj Network? All up in the house. How you feeling? Good to see you coming through. I appreciate you. Thanks for being down with the crew now. So we're talking about money can buy you love if you're black. If you're black. I mean, I'm not saying that it's definite. I'm just saying if you look at our condition and you look at the majority of our people who share our condition, it's like, yeah, you know, one thing that could fix this whole thing is if we got this money. And you know, and it's funny because if you really don't buy into this concept, check it out. Because you don't have to agree. It's okay. But check it out. You know how, like, you know, we always get woken up to our condition. We always get awakened to our condition when a police officer or some other crazy racist white person murders one of us and we're unarmed and innocent, right? And one of the things that we've been encouraged to do is to stop giving our money. So in peacetime, we can give everybody our money, but yeah, peacetime, we can give everybody our money, but yeah, peacetime, I know that we can give everybody else our money, but in peacetime, we can give everybody our money, but then shit gets kind of funny. Yo, you shot that young boy, shot him all dead. You shot him in the body, you shot him in the head. He didn't have a weapon, a gun or a knife, and you took that young boy's life. So we gonna boycott you, Target. We gonna boycott you, Walmart. We gonna boycott you, McDonald's. We gonna boycott you, Chick-fil-A. No, niggas don't never want to boycott Chick-fil-A because they say they got the best fucking chicken sandwiches. Anyway, all of a sudden we recognize the power of our purchasing power. We recognize what we bring to the table, but only when somebody makes us mad. We should always be mad. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't ever get treated decently. But we think we get treated decently when we got a couple of dollars. And you'll hear many of our activists say things like, you know, that's why we got to get our papers straight because, you know, you look at the Asians, you look at the Asians, you look at the Asian, look at the Asian, look at the Asian, you look at the Asians. They're organized, they stick together, have unity. Plus, they got their own community. They circulate their money and they own shit. They don't need nobody giving them shit. They don't care about politics, no other races. They don't have to go other places. They have their own manufacturing. They got their own shit and they got their own friends and they got their own money. And they got their own bins and they got everything that you need for your sins. And they say that's what black people need to do. See, You black people, all you need to do is show that you have as much money to be able to do the same thing as the white man does, and then you'll be just like the Asians and you'll get all the respect. Well, who the fuck respects Asians if you really think about it? Do you respect Asians? Do you show them mad respect because you think they have money? And I'm not just talking about the Chinese store, Chinese restaurant Asians. I'm not just talking about them. Name some Chinese people, name some Oriental cats that you automatically show love to because you think they have money. I'll wait because I know that it means nothing to me. So why do you think it's going to mean something to you? Because the rules are different for them than it is to you. You have your own set of problems, black man and black woman. It ain't the same for you. We can't buy our way up out of this condition because we didn't buy our way into this condition. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, it's a deep concept, but it ain't that hard to understand when you really get down to it. It's not that hard. But we think that money can buy us love. We think that money can buy us happiness. Shoot. I can have the girl of my dreams if I get this cream. The girl of my dreams if I get this cream. But you notice it doesn't work the other way. Black women make a lot of money, make decent salaries, have great careers and all that kind of stuff. They don't be thinking like, yo, if I make $500,000, then I'll finally find a man that'll love me for me. Doesn't seem to work that way now, does it? You make $500,000 and you wind up with some and money don't buy you love. You wind up with a fixer-upper. You know, fixer-upper. You know how it goes. You know, you got a little brother. He might have a little ambition, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, listen, I don't care how much money you have. I have enough money. I'm gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna help you out with your dreams, help you get on your feet and all of that. And it sometimes, a lot of times, most times doesn't work out that way now, does it? Now you get somebody that you are equally financially yoked with. And what happens with that? Does that always work out? No, not necessarily. He fuck around and leave you, cheat on you and go get a white woman. And I'm not saying that it always happens like that. But it happens enough time for me to make an example out of it. You know what I'm saying? Then you're under the egg. Oh, Carol Samley says certain parts of East Falls too, like where the Kellys live. Man, that them East Falls homes be nice in the motherfuckers. Hey, yeah, man, this just be nice in the motherfuckers. But they ain't fucking with that. They ain't fucking with that Chestnut Hill, that West Mount area shit. They dope. I ain't gonna front. Like all that shit of Philadelphia University. Is that what it's called now? Philadelphia University. Because it's really the Jefferson, is University of Jefferson now. Jefferson University, man, whatever. Yeah. But and them Jones are nice. You know, but they more modern. It's different. Somebody says money can't buy you happiness, but it can solve a lot of problems. It can solve your financial problems. The only thing is after you solve your financial problems, whatever that means, because that means a lot of different things to different people, you still have to deal with the other problems in your life. Like you may still be a sucker boy who used to irk me. You never was really down your job time turkey. You know, I mean, I think that being really broke may really bring out a lot of your flaws. But I think that having a lot of money will bring out a lot of your character flaws too, because people will prey on your weaknesses when you have a lot of money, because everybody is trying to see how can they get the money from you. So you have to stand strong when you the money man, and then especially if you playing that game as the money man, like okay, so you like, you know what I mean? Drop top BM. I'm the man, girlfriend. Ansel Jones says a 5 Series Benz is a come up for some people. Some people it's a present for graduation to save. I know a 5 Series Benz. I mean, like I wish a 5. Give me a S, a 5, a 5S. Come on, man. That's fine. It's a dope car. It's a dope car. Rasheen says, "No one. You're right. Money is the root to all evil. I've seen it tear down people literally. Chestnut Hill up towards Lansdale houses are crazy. Yo, man. Yo, I rode around there yesterday. I was just like, yo, you get to ask yourself, like, what the fuck am I doing in my life? Like, where they work, like, they got people that live on this block. Ain't no sidewalks. There ain't no sidewalks out here, son. Yo, people don't walk out here. They jog and shit, but ain't no sidewalks. And you know what another thing is? Because you go down there, Gresham Valley Road, you know, down there, you know what I mean? Or all the way out there where Valley Green is. Like, yo, they don't have no internet service, huh? Hey, yo, they down there in the valley. They too low. They don't have no internet service. You can't get no internet service. You can't get no call signal. You can't get no signals, huh? You can't get no signal. Can't get no signal. No bars. No bars. She said they don't have this street lights either. They don't. And you're thinking like, yeah. We thinking about what would life be like without a corner store? Ain't no Poppy store. Like, what if you just need something real quick? I mean, like, I need $1.75 worth of cheese and shit. I need $1.75 worth of some cheese. Some cheese. The cheddar. I need $1, some provolone. I don't want to say no American. I don't eat that garbage. But you know what I'm saying? I need $1.75 worth of cheese. I gotta go all the way to the market to get some cheese. To get some cheese, son. So the question for us is, if money can buy us love, so do all the black people that we know who have money, are they in love? Have they found love? Have they found true love? I know some people who have never seemed to find true love. Mary J. Blige can't find no love. Yo, Mariah Carey, if she's black, she can't find no love. Halle Berry finds no love. She can't find no love. Can't find no love. She ain't the only one that can't find no love. What's up with Common? He seems to find a lot of love. I don't know how much money Common got, but he gave a lot of them celebrities a shot. What the fuck, yo? How come Common get all the girls, yo? Yo, what's up with that, son? What's up with that, son? What's up with that, son? What's up with that? Yeah, your Serena Williams. She found love for real. Do you believe that shit? Is it really real? I don't know. Do they seem? It seems to me that a lot of celebrities that have money seem to struggle with it. Seem to struggle with love. Seem to struggle with finding somebody that they can really, really love. I mean, you hear him bitching about it all the time. You hear him bitching about it all the time. Shit. Even if you take somebody like Jennifer Lopez, has she really ever found love? I mean, all of these marriages and shit. She's Puerto Rican. She should be Catholic. How she got married all those times? How she having sex with you? I mean, you're supposed to be Catholic. You Puerto Rican. You got to be Catholic. You're Puerto Rican. Of course, a lot of those celebrity relationships are all fixed. They bullshit, but nonetheless, it's there. But we've been conditioned to believe that if we get this money right, wait till I get my money right, that everything will magically fall into place. And we continue to be conditioned to believe that that's true. Is it true? Does it have any validity? You know what I mean? Does it have any validity? So, I mean, we get this shit rammed down our throat day after day after day. There has to be something to it. You're not going to tell the average street cat out here or the average cat that lives in the hood or whatever, that if they start making $500,000 a year, that they're not going to be in good shape. Think about it. It sounds plausible, right? It sounds plausible, right? You know what I'm saying? Listen. If you can afford a Lexus, you be feeling good about driving your Lexus, right? If you make $65,000 a year, you can drive a Lex. No question about it. Lex might cost a year's salary for you, but you're financing it. You can push a Lex, right? So you're thinking like, yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm pushing a Lex. I'm doing all right. Till you see somebody pushing a Bentley, you be like, God damn. Or just like my man Ansel Jones said, you see somebody pushing a 5 Series Benz, and you're like, yo. Or you see somebody pushing a 7.5 Beamer. Like, well, that's an awfully nice car. Or an 8 BM. That shit look like a plane on the inside. Like that shit is a straight cockpit. Like, I know everybody got GPS and DVD, but this shit, yeah. What, Tesla or something like that? At least Tesla started making ugly cars. That's like the first Teslas. Them things look nice, but them Teslas they bring it out now. I'm like, I ain't paying. I ain't want that shit. That shit looking like, shit looking like a fucking Honda Civic and shit. Nobody paying no 100 grand for no Honda Civic. I want that shit. You get that shit out of here, son. You get that out of here, son. But I mean, many times you think that you're doing all right until you see somebody that's doing all right. I mean, think about it. $500,000 salary. And you black. 500 grand. The illest part about it is outside of entertainment, we're not even thinking about what jobs could make us $500,000. We might have to think about it for a minute, like, and we might be working in a fucking a business where the $500,000 salary is right in front of us. Like, it might not be your manager, your boss, or whatever, but it ain't far off. It ain't far off. And when you think about it, did you know, and I'm not saying that y'all ain't up on this shit, but a lot of people don't even know you make $500,000 a year. You're not even upper middle class. Did you know that? And that's 6 figures. You $500,000. And you're still not even upper middle class. You're not upper middle class till you get above 500. Above 500. So you got to make over $500,000 to be upper middle class. And here we are, 5 figures. Look, I made $80,000 a year. I'm chilling. I'm whipping, go to the crib. You know what I'm saying? My rent is $1,700 a month, but I'm good because I make 80. Son, if you don't go ahead and put a down payment on the house with your dumb ass, you paying $1,700 a month, and you ain't making, you ain't making 80 grand after taxes. Dumbass. So we thinking like $500,000. How can I make $500,000? There are lots of things that you could do to make $500,000. We may not be doing it, but there are plenty of things. Samaj Network says Kanye said he is more happier being rich than broke. Samuel Jackson said that whoever said money can't buy you happiness never had none. And 50 Cent said if you think that money won't change you, that means you haven't made no money. So yeah, they say all of these things, but all of them have had problems that didn't have nothing to do with money. Kanye West is running around here like an insane maniac. That ain't got nothing to do with his money now, does it? Imagine if Kanye wasn't famous. He would just be some nutball around the way. Like, dude, gone. You know what I mean? Kanye must have been smoking that wet. That's what we would say about Kanye if he didn't have money. But because he has money, we automatically respect his crazy. Think about that shit. I don't respect Kanye, but a lot of y'all may. Somebody is. They buying his sneakers and clothes. And I'm like, I'm not buying that shit. They give him a pass for the whole, for his whole wife and all that. I'm not giving him a pass for that shit. So, I should have said that money can buy you love and excuses if you're black. Now tell me that we don't make excuses for people who have money. Kanye is a glaring example. Glaring. Thanks for sharing the show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Thanks, Annette, for reminding me of that. And y'all can call into the show. 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. In the comments. You're gonna do it like that. Yeah. 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 It's going down now. All right. So, we have a caller. Oh, wait a minute. Caller with the last number. You sure? Caller with the last number 6555. Let's see. Welcome to the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism Show. What's on your mind right now?
Peace and love, family. Peace and love.
Oh, my man's in them. What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
Good, family. How you be? Man, I feel like a champ.
Man, I'm feeling like a real man should, without a doubt. Yo, you are sound for sore ears.
Yay, that's what's up. I went through the Go Get 'Em club today. It was my side hurt. I'm still recovering.
That's what's up.
Yeah, my side hurt. I appreciate it.
Good looking. So you hope.
We get the money and we lose our minds. I appreciate you point that out because that happened. Somebody I know got some money lost their mind.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. But that windfall, we don't know what to do with it. You do anything.
Without a doubt, man.
Don't have no break.
Listen.
They got no breaks, bro.
Listen. How many people do you know where like they mom might have left them $50,000 on some insurance money, life insurance money, and they went stupid over 50 grand. Don't let it be 100 grand. Like it's going down. Like I'm rich.
Yeah. That's what happens when you don't have something. When you didn't have something, you just do something that's hard to manage.
Yeah.
Savvy with it.
Without a doubt.
Some education, some financial education, that's a major missing link in our community.
Yeah.
That spills over to other areas. So we definitely have to use this opportunity that we have to homeschool ourselves, our children, and make sure that they have that education.
That's the truth.
So it's on us. Anyways, it's always been on us.
Listen, when it comes,
you know, somebody else to feed you, your ass gonna starve.
True. It seems to me that we need more than just financial education when it comes to us getting money. What we need is social education, because we're right here in our social network, in our social circle, and we really don't understand what we mean to each other. You understand what I'm saying? It's like when you live in the projects, you may not recognize that everybody in the projects is poor. You think that they're all right because y'all pretty much all are on the same plane. You understand what I'm saying? It's not until you see it's not until you see somebody who isn't living in subsidized housing that you realize like, yo, oh wait.
You go to your friend's house in the suburbs.
You may
They got garages. What?
You
put a garage. Your car got somewhere to sleep.
Yeah, and you might not even have to go that far. You know, whenever somebody has something that you don't have, you think that they have a whole lot more than what they actually have. You understand what I mean? Like, for example, if you are living, let's say you live in a nice house or whatever, but you don't have enough money to keep up the house. So, you know, let's say wintertime comes and you don't have enough money to heat your home. You go into somebody's house that may not be as nice as the house that you live in, but they have heat. So guess what? It feels like they're doing better than you. You know what I mean? Because the one thing that you need. Exactly. So the worth of it, the worth of their product is not as important as what it means to you, because you know that you need heat in your home in order to be comfortable, and they have heat in their homes. Meanwhile, you going back to this big ass crib and it's cold in there, and ain't nothing worse than being in a big cold ass place with you and your little blanket. It's not, man. You in this big ass, and you know how hard it is to heat a big space. You know what I mean? That's what drop ceilings and partitions are about. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You know, the real thing though is that we don't have a culture that cultivates us generationally and economically and socially.
Right.
You know, our shit's fucked up. Just give you 100. We gotta call a timeout.
Yeah.
Yo, go back to the drawing board because the plan we got ain't working. That integration shit did not work. I'm sorry. That shit didn't work. It fucked us up.
Bad.
Everybody did the one to back over time and see what happened in the last 150 years. You realize, number one, they, like Malcolm said, they hoodwinked and tricked us. When we were released, when we were emancipated, that was the time that our human right of self-determination should have been exercised, and we should have had our own land.
Mm-hmm.
We should have had enough for everybody to have 40 acres in the mule. That would have been what we would have settled for. We actually should have not been into their business and waited for them to finish the shootout and then shot the rest of that shit out. But, you know, hey, you know, anybody ask me.
What?
But now that they're doing this, you know, contest, they're battling now. It's called the Democrats and Republicans. We need to come out of their business.
Mm-hmm.
Leave them white folk alone, let them do their thing, let them shoot each other out with all that dirt they got going on. You know, let them give each other corner. Come on, y'all, let's hunker down in our area, the places that we're already in. We ain't got to move nowhere. We ain't got to go buy no land out in the middle of nowhere. We got land where we stand.
Mm-hmm.
All we have to do, this is a democracy. Majority wins. So 51% of the population is all we need to agree to withdraw from the Democrat, Republican bullshit and go independent.
Mm.
Those are rules. Those are international law. We can have a plebiscite tomorrow. All we have to do is withdraw our consent and place our consent with independence.
Right.
And have a governing council. We already got territories. All we need is consent and a council. It's a wrap. We have our own government.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that simple. And they don't want us to know that. And that's why they killed Malcolm and Martin. Because they figured it out.
Oh yeah, they was about to drop something. They was about to drop something unprecedented. And
that's what they figured out.
Yeah.
They figured out that number one human right is self-determination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it is. We were about to determine our own destiny from that point.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation in your life where your ability to be able to have a woman that you could relate to, talk to, love, understand, and be comfortable with? Have you ever been in a situation in your life where that was determined by how much money you made? Have you ever dealt with a chick that was only going to be with you if you were doing well financially?
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you handle it? Did you
go
ahead?
I realized that, you know, it was only because I was doing well was, we together. Was she here with me? So yeah, and I didn't want that type of relationship. That's I wanted real love. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, since you handled that situation that way, I'm sure that being in that situation, you saw brothers that handled it a different way. Now, so you probably exactly. So, in your opinion, what do you think would make a brother adhere and submit to a situation like that? Why would he continue that not just that relationship, but maybe even get into other relationships if that one fails that are similar to that, where his ability to get the woman that he likes has everything to do with the money he's making? Why would a man submit to that situation?
You ain't got no swag. I mean, you gotta pay the place. You gotta pay the place. I ain't never had that problem.
I hear you.
You know, but hey, I'm not judging. I'm just calling it how it is. Strike to strike. If brothers, you know,
yeah,
like that, they would do other things. But those who don't have that option, they gotta pay. So I mean, a woman has to be attracted to a man. A man just needs a woman. And women are attracted to men who have power, who can do things. And money allows you to do things. So that's a big draw. I think the Biggie Smalls looking brothers get the baddest one. I'm like, yo. So I knew it wasn't his look.
Yeah.
And he could barely complete a sentence. He could barely talk. So I knew it wasn't his game. So what else could it be?
Well,
he smells good. I'll probably some others. I mean, some special clothes, but I'm seeing it probably with some money.
See the thing.
90 seconds.
See the thing about it is, I'm thinking that men who submit to that, they believe that, all right, if it just like they say that anything worth having is worth waiting for, or or you get what you pay for, right? I don't see. I can see how a brother would take that concept and put it towards love. They say, all right, so they say love is worth this, and it makes you feel that way, and blah 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 blah. So how could it be free if it's worth all of this thing in all of these things in our lives? So that may be one of the things he feels like. Well, in order to have love of that quality, then I'm going to have to put my money into it. But the thing is, he probably has buyer's remorse because he's probably not getting what he's paying for. You know what I'm saying? And when he realizes, yeah, I mean, because the reality of the situation is going to come into play really, really fast, because you're going to start seeing, like, even though this chick looks nice. Right. Listen, when you're dealing with somebody that shows well to everybody else, when you're dating somebody that you're not really dating for yourself, you're dating somebody because they look good to everybody else. Y'all look good as a couple to everybody else. Everybody is looking at this trophy that you had. So you're not even really looking at the person that you're dealing with. You're looking at the concept. You're looking at the idea. You're looking at the vision.
I think it for the prop.
Uh-huh.
For the props that I got from her. That was,
Mm-hmm.
She was definitely trophy material.
Mm-hmm.
When I showed up, everybody was like, yo, who is it?
Yeah.
and that couple. So I was like, you know what? That wasn't love though.
It wasn't love. Exactly.
Relationship.
So are you?
So I gotta go. I gotta take these calls.
Okay.
Power up. I gotta take this.
Okay. All right. Do your thing, man. Thanks for calling in, man. Love is love. That's my man's right there. Good looking. But yeah, you know, the reason I was asking him some of those questions was because a lot of times when you're not really doing something for yourself, you're doing it for other people, and you're masking that as love, as affection, as real feelings. You don't even realize that you're getting something, you're paying for something that you're really not getting. You know what I mean? And this don't even have anything to do with whatever material things or whatever physical things that may be going on with a woman. And I'm not trying to take this opportunity to tear down any women or whatever, saying that ain't no woman worth this and worth that and blah, 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 blah. But physically, there aren't any women that are worth a bunch of money. The best thing that you'll find about any woman that you really get into, if we're going to talk about love, is the way that she makes you feel. Not the way that the world makes you feel about her through her, but the way she makes you feel about you, the way she makes you feel about your past, your present, your future, her ability to be able to comfort you, her ability to be able to relate with you, to be able to fuel your dreams, to inspire you, to make you think about things that you hadn't thought about before on your own. You know, somebody that can teach you something, somebody that can allow you to learn something, somebody that will inspire you to seek out better things, greater things, different things on your own, and y'all can do that together. Somebody who gives you that ability, somebody who amazes you. When was the last time you've been with somebody who amazed you? Like, you know, they may have amazed you with their talent, but it may have been more than their talent. They may have amazed you by their abilities and their ability to touch you in such a way that other people haven't done. You know, I think that's how you start moving closer to love. And money really can't buy that. It just can't. If you really think about it, if you have enough money, you can buy almost anything. But when it comes down to having something real in your life, you can't pay for that. You have to create that. You have to build that. You gotta find some sticks and some dirt, some rocks. Build yourself a nest. You know, it's way more impressive what you can do without money than what you can do with it. So I see Django was mad. He said, what did he say? Django said, Django Grand said hi. He said, got him. No, wait. He said, you hear joking and our brothers get killed by police. Django, if you're still here, yeah, somebody is getting killed right now. And guess what? You don't know about it and you ain't going to do nothing about it. And for the brothers who have gotten killed by police, you ain't doing nothing about it either. And guess what? There ain't nothing you really can do about it. Not in the immediate sense. We have to build a network to start learning how to stop that killing, stop that murder. But it's not like we're the ones doing it ourselves. And life goes on, my brother. So, you know, I ain't trying to beef with you or whatever. But if you want to dialogue, 319-527-6199. And we can talk about it all day because that's what I do. That's what I do. All right, y'all, we about to get on up out of here. Money can't buy you love. Well, you got no rap, but you want to. Battles like having a boat, but you got no paddle. Cause I never pause. I say it because I don't break in stores, but I break all laws. All right. All right, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 26th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box, Katrina Peaches Greenfield. Happy birthday to you, Katrina. And also Michelle Shelley Allen. Happy birthday to you. And my man Sean Mills turning 44 years old today. Got the 40. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, yeah. What's up now? Do the damn thing, Sean. And also Tori Antoinette. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, turning 51 years old today, Yvette Body. Body to body. Happy birthday to you, Yvette Body. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious May 26th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, listen, man, you know, we talking about money can buy you love if you're black. Well, to a certain extent, when you lack understanding, yeah, that's going to be true for you. But guess what? Money will also be able to buy a whole lot of things for you. But you know, I should have said this earlier before. It's not about what money can buy for you. It's about more than what it can pay for you. Because money may be paying for a whole lot more than you ever wanted. It may be paying for you. It may be paying for your unhappiness. It may be paying for your anxiety. It may be paying for your insanity. It may be paying for your inability to ever achieve happiness. It may be paying, you know, what you buy is one thing, but what you pay for is a whole different thing. Do you understand, dig? Do you know what I'm talking about? Are we relating to each other, kid? So I was going down with the Daily Go Get Him some show. We as black people, we got a whole lot of stuff going on with us, man. It's not an easy position. And I'm not here to bitch about it, you know, because I mean, we don't have another choice. We black. And we don't realize how much we can make of ourselves if we just took out more times to study ourselves, our behaviors, our feelings, along with those who are around us. Like not just your own personal feelings, your beliefs, your way of life, your own thoughts, but those of your brothers and your sisters, your children, your babies, your sisters. Your seniors. We all have a story to tell. And a lot of times we don't tell it. And a lot of times the story that we tell has the type of ending that sounds like, well, if we would have had this money, if I only would have got this cash, look what I would have did. Listen, we don't have to live the rest of our lives fantasizing about what it's like to win the Powerball. Win the Powerball in your own life. Win the Powerball in your own right. Believe me, it's within you. You know, anything that you conceive in your mind, you can be. So somebody may material wise have more than you, but you'll never know if they have more than you on the inside until you talk to them, until you experience who they are, what they are. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of people out here. Listen, the mental health field is not a thriving field because everybody is all right. Think about that. And remember, in order to get therapy, you have to pay for that shit. And you know, it's like the better the therapy, the more money you have, the better the therapy, right? Get what you pay for, right? Yo. We'll be back tomorrow, 7:00, and I will check you there, right? And we gonna rock. So it's gonna be good. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate me some you. You know I love y'all to death. I resuscitate y'all and love you right back to life. So let's get on up out of here. All right, on the Blog Talk side, I'ma holler back. I holler. And on the YouTube side, and on the YouTube side, I get with y'all. Y'all have a good night. Be safe out there. You know, we still in the quarantine. Don't forget who you are, what you are, where you are. Peace, y'all. Love is love. Don't forget. Wait. Don't forget to share the show. Don't forget to like the show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. Peace. All right, now we can go.